Mr. Vice President, Honorable Ministers, the representative of the Chairperson of the African Union Commissioners, Secretary General of IMO, the President of Afro-Exim Bank, Madam Secretary General of the African Shipowners Association, Secretary of State, all protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you. It is a pleasure to welcome you all today to this very important summit, where we consider the next frontier of Africa's economic development and well-being, the blue economy. This summit showcases the importance for the African continent to seize the rich opportunities that the marine sector offers us, particularly in terms of sea trade. Today is also an occasion for us to focus on the promotion of African ownership and participation in shipping and maritime sectors. It is a well-known fact that the water covers 2/3 of the world's surface and has a direct impact on the economies of many countries. The African continent is the second biggest continent in the world, with a total coastline of over 26,000 nautical miles, including its islands. 38 out of the 54 countries on the continent are coastal or island states. International trade is a vital economic activity to many African countries, of which over 90% is conducted by sea. Yet, it is estimated that African-owned ships account for only about 1.2% of the world's shipping by number and 0.9% by gross tonnage. This illustrates significant room for improvement and growth on the current overall outlook in this important sector for our economies. In its 2017 annual review of maritime transport, the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development's World Seaborne Trade Projects show continued expansion in the medium term, with volumes growing at an estimated compound annual growth rate of 3.2% between 2017 and 2022. The time is now for us, Africans, to grow our market share and invest in maritime sectors and tap into the economic benefits that can be derived from Africa's blue economy. This summit provides an ideal platform for interaction, information sharing, and exploration of ideas on how the African shipping and maritime sectors can be further developed to achieve a higher yield for our continent. As the host of this summit, Seychelles, despite being a small island state, has much to share with our African counterparts. The geographical setup of our islands is made up of only 455 square kilometers of land, but an economic exclusive zone of 1.37 million square kilometers, roughly the size of South Africa. This has compelled us to venture towards the sea in developing Seychelles into a high-income country that it is today. The artisanal fishing industry evolved, and the emergence of the long-line, semi-industrial fishing gave added impetus to our fisheries sector. This transformation gained international importance with the development of the tuna fishing industry, which now forms one of the most important pillars of the Seychelles economy. The tuna canning factory that grew from the development of the sector is the country's single largest employer. We have not stopped there. In our quest for diversification of our maritime economy, Seychelles invested in a total of 6 fuel tankers over the years. Today, Seychelles has fully recouped its investment in the acquisition of the 6 tankers and is now generating profit, which is boosting the country's revenue stream. Ladies and gentlemen, Seychelles' story is a prime example of the necessity to explore all avenues of investment in the maritime sector. During this 2-day summit, it is expected that we learn from each other and leave with additional knowledge, insight, and inspiration on how we can implement policies and action plans in our respective countries to derive the maximum benefits from the maritime sector. The summit presents an opportunity to consolidate our cooperation by working together and collaborating as strong African partners. Let us get a bigger portion of the global pie. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the government of Seychelles, I am pleased to announce that we will make land available for the construction of a Pan-African shipping line head office. This will be the center for all ship owners in Africa and act as a hub for all activities related to the shipping and maritime sector. It is said that we cannot direct the wind, but we can adjust our sails. Ladies and gentlemen, this summit is a prime opportunity for all of us to gather our collective efforts towards adjusting our sails and capitalize on the opportunities that exist within the maritime industry in Africa and beyond for the benefits of the African continent and its people. I wish you all a productive summit as well as an enjoyable stay in our beautiful islands. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the pleasure to declare the first African Ship Owners Association Summit open. I thank you for listening.